Hi guys, it's Grumpy. Today's video is obviously from the title, who owned each era in Blackpink. It was voted by you guys in my community tab to do. Before we jump into the video, I just want to say, of course, this is all in my opinion. So obviously everyone else is going to have different opinions, and if you do, tell me yours in the comment below. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. And yeah, let's just jump right into this video. For me personally, with Whistle, I feel like Lisa owned this era. From the way her hair was done, the outfits they chose from her vocals starting off the song, and also her rap in this song. I feel like she just stood out for this era for me. And it was very hard choosing one for Whistle because a lot of the members, it was between Jennie, Lisa and Rosé for me with this era. And I was leaning towards Rosé, but with Lisa, I feel like the rap is what sold it to be her era for me. Boombayah. For Boombayah, again, I have to pick Lisa as the person who I think owned this era. I feel like a lot of people pick her for Boombayah, and it's just because the first time I ever watched that music video, she just instantly stood out to me. Like from the outfits, which I adore, her hair, the rap she done, and just the swag she had, and her presence in the whole music video. To me, the whole Boombayah era on live stages, on the music video and everything, she just owned it. She really just stood out on the stage, and it felt like she was so comfortable in that era, like it was made for her, and I just adore it so much. This was a really difficult one to choose because I feel like we're playing with fire. Each member kind of had their moments that really stood out. So my choice was Rosé purely for the fact that when I listen to this song, I feel like her voice, her vocals so suit the sound perfectly, as well as her iconic lines in it. And I feel like, just like with Lisa with Boombayah feeling comfortable in that era, I feel like we're playing with fire, that sort of sound. At the time with Rosé, it really suited her and her look, her vocals, her sound, everything, and she really shone through this era. But I feel like this is one where a lot of different people would definitely have different choices on who owned Playing with Fire era, because it's a real difficult one to narrow down to one member. But for me, yeah, it's got to be Rosé, 100%. For me, just like the previous one, this was hard to pick out a member who stood out in this era, purely because it's more of a tie between Jennie and Rosé for this. And of course, as you can see, I went with Rosé. Mostly because, just like previously with Playing with Fire, I feel like her vocals really worked well with this song. Out of all of them, I feel like I really prefer and love her vocals on the more ballad, slow down, indie type song, which this has them sort of vibes going with it. And so I feel like for me, Rosé really just stood out in this era vocal wise, and also I can't pick her out just by saying she suited the concept the most as well, because I feel like the other girls adapted to the concept really well. But yeah, for me, Rosé just really suits this so much. So I kind of cheated my own system with this one, and I was originally going to choose Jisoo as my choice for the As If It's Your Last era, but I also had to include Rosé because I feel like together this era was just their era for me. From Rosé with her vocals and the dance moves going between the legs during the bridge, and also Jisoo's vocals and the way this concept just suited her so much, I feel like I couldn't choose one without the other. I think Jennie and Lisa were great in this concept, but I feel like Rosé and Jisoo were the ones that this concept, they really shone through for me personally. Okay, so of course I had to give D4 to Jennie. it was so obvious to me to give it to Jennie for this era. All the girls are fantastic in DU4, but Jennie, with the rapping, her looks, her stage presence during this era, she really just dominated the whole song and era for me. I can't really think to pick anyone else other than Jennie. It was just so her. Even to this day, her rap in this song is just iconic, and it's the best part of the song for me. And yeah, so it had to be Jennie, of course. This is definitely another one where I feel like a lot of people have different picks for who they think own this era, but for me it was definitely Jisoo, from her vocals in the pre-chorus, the iconic look she had throughout the video, and her outfits, and just her stage presence in this era. She's been a good dancer, but she was always seen as more of the weak dancer of the group, which I disagree with. But she definitely, in this era, her dancing was even more. You can tell she put so much practice into it, and she was owning it on the stage. And she just, for me, yeah, this is an era where she definitely put a lot into it, and you can see it, and it suits her so much. And just, of course, the iconic scene of her with the pink headdress on as well, it's just amazing. So this is, and of course the scene with her in the medieval time with bow and arrow, I feel like, yeah, it's just her era, 100%. So for the last era, how you like that, my choice is definitely going to go to Rosé. This was actually the hardest one of them all to pick, because I feel like this current era, all four of them are just shining through it, but I narrowed it down to Rosé purely for the fact that her vocals in this song, her hair, her outfits, her stage presence this era, she is just absolutely owning it for me. I can't wait to see more and more stages with the girls in this era. It might change at the end of the era, but yeah, I say Rosé, but all four of them this era is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. People might disagree with my choices for each era, but I want to hear what you guys would pick. Who's your member that owned each era for you guys? Leave them in the comments below. I always read through them and I give them little hearts. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my Instagram, which will be on the screen if you guys want to follow me there. I post loads of updates to my videos, things going on. I just make little edits, icons and things like that on there too. And yeah, also leave some video ideas that you guys want to see in the comments below, because as much as I love making these videos, I also want to make stuff that I know you guys want to watch and enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have yourselves a lovely day. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!